I need to apologize to you, Josiah.
Why?
Because you let me edit the podcast a week or two ago whenever we recorded, and I realized I make a lot of noise in the background. I had to mute myself a lot, so I'll stop doing
Is it
those
from
things.
banging on the table and stuff like
Things. They were just things.
I feel that everyone who participates in a podcast should at some point edit for just so they can realize, oh crap, look at all the stuff that I do.
It was nice though, because when I had a comment that I wanted to hear, I muted you guys, so you guys weren't over talking me.
Let me ask an unrelated question, Joe. Are you wearing that vest as a fashion choice, or is it really warming you up? Because vests never warm me up at all.
They're warming his nipples.
Possibly. Yeah.
I'll tell you this is something I got used to out in Washington.
Yep.
Because it was never really that cold, but it was also never warm. So a t-shirt with the vest was like just right. And in the fall, a t-shirt with the vest out here in Vernal, that's nice. It's nice. You're too hot.
I'm not making... that doesn't fit for me. Vests don't make your body warm at all.
Oh, no, they do a great job. They're good.
I don't know. I've never tried a vest, but
I have like 5
I am
now.
dressing as Marty McFly for Halloween from Back to the Future. I told Becca she should dress as Jennifer, his girlfriend.
She was hot.
You know, she was not.
Yeah, she was.
Well, I think they switched people because I feel like in the second one she looks way different than in the first one. So,
Maybe
You
right.
could be right.
I don't care
Actresses
either one.
might have
I'm
changed.
picturing her in a vest.
Yeah,
in
the first one. Yeah, she wore like jean jacket or.
I
don't
swear, at what point I texted you this meme of Marty McFly and Jennifer looking back at a different girl. You guys don't remember that?
know. Oh, really? No, I haven't seen that one, but I know what you're referring to. Right.
Is it like his mom or something like that?
No, I'm saying that this
I
is
get
the
it.
original meme, but go ahead.
Okay. Well, we're back to the podcast.
Yep. And for those of you who are new to our podcast, we're 3 brothers who look up people who die every couple weeks now. We're at to every couple weeks. We find people who died recently doing stupid things. We present them to you, and then we vote on who is the winner of the Darwin Award for the week. So we kind of lobby for our own choices. And then we decide who's the stupidest of all and who deserves the award. Sometimes some of the stories that we bring aren't really Darwin Award material. Just because it's hard to find stupid people every
It's not
week,
hard.
you know?
There's stupid people every week.
It's
We
just
wanna
that
fit it.
some of the stories are repetitive, and we'd like to not use them again.
You're right.
Okay, I got electrocuted.
I mean, you don't want to listen to this podcast to like the same story every week because Adam's right. There are just train stories. People die by stupid train accidents. People
we can have a
stealing
train
copper
podcast.
wire, installing something illegally. So we try to bring some different stuff.
Here was last week's. We had a train TikToker. That was the guy who was filming something and jumped off a train and died.
Yeah.
We had the 8-hour woman makeover. Adam titled it the 8-hour woman makeover.
Wow.
I think he meant the 8 separate surgeries
can't-
all in one
You
time.
can't let him
that
edit
is?
again.
I can't remember. 8 hours?
Yeah. We had the lazy
It
zookeeper.
could have been 8 hours. I don't know. Maybe it was 8 hours.
We had the zookeeper accidentally left the lion. Got lazy zookeeper's a good description of the guy who left the lion cage open and got eaten. And then we had the subway streamers. Isn't that somebody streaming like going up down the stairs of a subway?
Yeah, but right now, I want you to.
That is a good meme, Ben. I'm looking at it
You
right
know
now.
what meme that is, right?
I know.
So Back to the
Yeah.
Future
Yes, I do.
Oh, yeah.
predicted memes.
Exactly.
They predicted that meme.
See, that's a different actress than the one.
I mean,
that did
if
this.
you would just reverse the image, that's the meme.
If I dressed like Marty in that outfit, nobody would know.
No one's going to know.
I watched Back to the Future. I paused it and took a screenshot. I was like, where do I recognize this from? It's that meme.
Ben, do you think anyone's going to even know that Adam's dressed as Marty McFly? He's just going to look like a guy. I think he's just going to look like a guy.
No, he's going to or already has bought some self-tying shoes and a vest.
He has some already. Yeah.
Yeah, I do have some of those, but no, I'm being the future Marty McFly from the future.
Like with his son, where he's wearing like the ultraviolet cap.
And like the hat, the cap.
Are you walking around shaking a lot?
I got the inside out pockets.
Inside out pockets. Yeah. Okay.
Got the longer self-drying jacket type of thing, and I have a hoverboard. So
did Ben just make a Parkinson's joke? Oh my gosh!
No.
He's come to a new low.
Saying, I sneak things in between your jokes.
I'm not gonna do that.
I would never make a joke that's so revolting.
R.I.P. Michael J. Fox.
He's still alive.
All right, let's get started.
Kind of.
Adam, can you pull up the spinner so we can see who gets to go first and present
the
their
Wheel
story?
of Luck. Okay, yeah. The Wheel of Luck. All right, let's do this. Looks to be Ben again.
Ben gets chosen a lot. All right, Ben.
Okay, my story comes out of
India.
No, I don't think so.
It's in Spanish. Mexico.
It's called,
could be the United States at this point.
called the Rivers of Deaths.
Oh, that's got to be Guatemala.
No, sounds more like Chiapas.
I'm sorry. After my audio went off, I'm a little discombobulated here. In the Rio das Mortes in Nova Exavantia. That's literally how it's spelled.
That sounds like Brazil.
I think
to
it's
me.
Brazil. This is a story
How do you spell Nova?
Nova.
Yep, that's Portuguese. It's out of Brazil.
I translated it out of Portuguese. So, to be fair, I understand. It's a grandpa here. There's a grandpa here doing something for his grandson.
You could be a grandpa at like 40. What do you mean?
That's true.
He's a grandpa at 35. So,
no, he's not. You're lying. He's not a 35-year-old grandpa.
Paulo Roberto Moraes, 35.
Then don't say grandpa. Just say a 35-year-old because who cares if he's a real grandpa?
He's a grandpa.
You know.
He's
not an old man.
But he's a grandpa at 35.
Okay. Whatever.
Wait, hold on. How old do you have to have a kid to be a grandpa?
You can be your own grandpa.
Nice.
How?
You haven't seen The Stupids, Joe? Have you seen The Stupids?
I have.
There's a song about being your own grandpa. What?
Yeah. 35 works. You could be...
You
could be like 17 and then your 17-year-old has a kid.
Yeah, that could be true.
Or you could be like 11 and you have a kid.
Yeah, if you live in Utah.
He's trying to retrieve something out of a river. It's a flip-flop.
Is it like his grandson's flip-flop or something?
Yeah, man drowns while trying to save grandson's slipper in the empty river.
Oh my gosh, his grandson then, if he's 35, he's like a baby.
He's 3 years younger than me.
No, I mean the grandpa. I mean the kid's slipper.
But
he's like just crappy Crocs. So he's diving into a river to save a floating croc?
Paulo died on Thursday while trying to save his, now it says son's flip-flop.
This is the worst presentation of a story.
No,
Ben.
it's not. It's a translation. The headline says grandson slipper.
Okay, so it's just his son's. Okay. Now, the name of this river was Ria de Muertos, is that what you said?
Yeah, that doesn't sound good.
Well,
that means River of Death, by the way. Are you sure that's the name of the river, or are they just calling it that in the story?
No. There's the above the headline of the article, the subsection is River of Deaths.
Can you? Okay.
Would you like me to send this to you so you can help me out with
that would
translation?
be great. Let's share the story.
We can live
so we
do
can look at
this.
So
here you go.
You should have teased it a little. You should have been like, guess what he dived in the water for?
I didn't want
You'll
to.
Never
I
guess.
wanted to read right into it. He died on Tuesday while trying to save his son's flip-flop, which had been swept away by the current of the Ria das Mortes. Yeah, that's the one.
That's the name of the river.
River of
You're
Death.
right. River of Death, yeah.
Well, why would you jump into
According
the river of
to
death?
the witness, the victim, I don't know, was sitting by the river with his grandson and his wife when the boy dropped his flip-flop into the water, and in a desperate act, Paulo jumped into the river to retrieve the shoes.
Did he jump?
No.
Or wade out there?
He drowned. He bobbed.
If you're jumping, that's too far.
No,
He probably did a cannonball. Probably cannonball.
Watch this, grandson. This is how we
belly
do it.
flop.
But he's 35, so how cool can you look?
Do you remember when Joe used to jump off the diving board and like grab his feet?
Yeah,
Like-
the flying squirrel. Oh, yes.
And
That
land?
was so stupid. Okay, so I remember the last time I did the flying squirrel, I was like, I'm never doing that again.
Well, he grabs his feet behind his body, not
Okay,
in front.
but-
no, yeah, you grab him, pull him back real far.
But this grandpa didn't do a flying squirrel. He's just trying to save his grandson's flip-flop
How do you know?
in the river of death, which is where
So
you
he-
always retrieve items.
Can he not swim? Do we get a picture of this river? I'd like
No.
to see.
Actually, the bottom of the sentence, yeah, there is a picture of the river, but the bottom paragraph says there was no surveillance cameras in the area. So
It looks like a pretty wide river.
There's surveillance cameras out there.
It's like that's a pretty wide river.
It says here he began to drown, bobbing up and down in the water while screaming for help.
Oh, but did he have
did they get the flip-flop
the
back?
flip flop in his hand? You know,
I don't understand going after a flip flop.
I think it's silly if that's the way you die. You're going after a flip-flop.
that's a pretty lame way. I've had an old man go out to get his garbage in a flash flood.
Sure.
Remember that? And
Yep.
he died. He got swept away.
Yep.
Gotta get that garbage can.
But it wasn't the river of death. It was a flash flood. This was the river
Yeah,
of
but he's
death.
yeah. Okay, yeah, this is pretty. It's dumb. Border.
I kind of would
Borderline.
like to see a video to see if it was like a raging river or just like tame.
Okay.
And he just...
Ben, what would your son have to throw into the water to make you actually go out?
If I thought it was dangerous enough... Well, yeah, Joe's right. Yeah, him. But if
Let me
if
ask
I
you, if you
thought the
shoot a
river was-
shoe out there,
I'd say that-
would you try and go get
no,
it?
I'd say,
No, you
your
wouldn't.
shoe's gone. Sorry. Sorry. And then he'd cry, like, well, don't throw your shoe in the water.
Yeah. Dumb
Well, I'm
kid.
assuming this is a tiny kid with tiny shoes.
I'd throw my kid out there. Go get it. Chuck him. Pick him up. Okay, that's Ben's Darwin Award nominee. A dad trying to save his son.
A grandpa. It says it twice.
A grandpa trying to... that's even worse. A grandpa trying to save his son.
Just trying to
His
do some
grandson.
good Samaritan work.
Son's slipper.
Trying to be a good grandpa.
Yeah, I'm not sure this is a contender this week. I'm not sure if that's a contender for the win.
I don't care what you think. If a kid throws a flip-flop into a river and a grandpa tries to retrieve it and drowns, that's a stupid way to die, don't you think?
You know what? Rephrasing it like that actually kind of helped. It was stupid. Adams. Let's see.
Spinning the wheel goes to Joe.
Adam, says
me.
Adam.
It's me.
All
All right. Okay, well, my story's going to come out of Uttar Pradesh, India.
Wow, you've really
India,
adjusted your
India.
accent there.
I
used to
could have
be
said it more like,
Uttar Pradesh.
No, he's like, Uttar Pradesh.
yeah, I should say like Abu or something. What's his name? What's his name?
He's Pakistani. Okay.
Who's going to play him in the new live animated movie? of
I'm not-
Simpsons?
They're never going
I'm
to
not
make
interested.
it. They're not making one.
I'm not even interested in The
They
Simpsons
are.
anymore.
They are.
No, they're not.
They're a little...
They are. It has like Adam Sandler and Will Ferrell in it. Look it up. Okay, so this is a 20-year-old man, not a grandpa, someone else's grandchild at some point.
Did he lose a flip-flop?
He lost more than a flip-flop, Ben. He lost his life. This is actually a video. They were trying to film a video, him and his friends, making a reel. You know what a reel is, Ben?
Oh. He doesn't. Yes, he does. He's a social media manager.
Yeah,
I
I'm
should
joking.
know.
Come on, don't be stupid. Okay. Says this incident was captured on camera, showing how a young man went from being a joyful mood to all of a sudden a fatal accident.
Actually, hold on here. You know what's funny? As in my last work event, we had a student nurse come talk, and I was like, "Hey, can we take an Instagram story real quick?" She's like, "Yeah," because she was like a speaker. And then she started recording. She goes, "This is a reel, not a story, by the way." I was like, I didn't even know that. I still don't even know.
You're all, I'm 40.
Yeah, sorry. I just know that I can do video on Instagram.
A story is different from a reel. A reel is like a post. A story is like something that's only on your timeline.
I don't even care.
On your thing for sure.
I don't care. Post a video.
Is a very informational podcast. Informative. Okay, here we go. This is the video of what's going to happen. You're going to see, can you guys see it? There's two dudes on the side of this metal grate and a kid in the middle. Well, a kid, 20-year-old man.
Oh, gosh. It's like one of those grates that you walk by in the sidewalk and you don't want to step on it because you're like, I could fall in and die.
No, yeah, you guys think that as a kid at our old house?
This is now, at our age, this is when you clutch your keys and put your phone in your pocket.
Yes, you don't want to fall down that hole. So,
are you going to show us someone dying here?
Oh, they're not really
gonna. I don't think you could see him splat because this is
it's only 30 seconds. So you have one kid sitting on the metal grate, and you have another kid slowly approaching the metal grate as he's doing a move.
It's like in a hole. It's like in an alleyway.
Yes.
It looks like he's doing some sort of slow
motion
motion
So he takes
walk.
one step on it slowly, another step on it slowly.
And they're recording this.
Then, what does he do?
He turns around. He lifts up the grate.
And he falls to his
Wait, did he purposely do that? It looks like he tried to slip into it. What?
It looks like his foot slipped. He picked it up, but then his foot slipped. It looked like he slipped. Look.
Wow. Oh, yeah, it crushed him a little.
Oh, it really did crush his head.
No.
Oh, my gosh. That crushed his head. That grate was heavy. Well, thanks for showing us that.
That reminds me of Hocus Pocus when that dead guy gets his fingers caught in the sewer grate and it cuts off his fingers.
Oh my gosh! I was just talking about that guy yesterday.
Remember when the cat gets run over and it's like completely flat and then it inflates back up again?
Yep. I was telling Becca, do you remember that? What movie is that from? Where the guy takes a knife and cuts open his stitches in his mouth and he can breathe all of a sudden. Yeah,
Hocus Pocus.
And she's like, I hate that part of that movie.
Yeah, it's kind of scary.
I don't remember, but he was funny, dude.
He was funny.
I haven't seen that movie forever, and it's probably gonna be super stupid if I watch it again.
I saw it recently, and those witches have very, can I say rapey vibes? Am I allowed to say that?
The blonde one. Blonde one was really rapey. I liked her. She was my favorite. I kind of had a crush on her as a kid.
That's Sarah Michelle Gellar, or whatever her name is.
She's trying to lure
young boys,
men and kids in all the time.
She's the rapist.
Ooh, I want to touch these young boys. She's literally saying things like that. It's creepy.
She's really cute though, so it was okay.
Yeah.
Well, she was when I was a kid. I don't know now.
She showed the most cleavage. That's probably
you guys thought Jennifer was cute from Back to the Future.
Well,
okay,
I did send you that.
She was. How could you not say that?
Jennifer would be hot today if she dressed.
Probably still is.
Yeah.
It said he worked in a silver market. Anyways, his family didn't want to speak to the media, and they did not file a police complaint because of his stupidity. It was his fault.
That's what that article quoted, saying because of his stupidity. They didn't want to
threw that in there. You know, his family refrained from speaking to the media, and the family did not file a police complaint either. And according to the reports, his body was taken to the hospital, and they buried him alive.
Parts of his body. I think I saw on that he was decapitated.
He fell on it fell onto his neck is what happened.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, and the sharp edge of the net or the grate decapitated him on the spot.
Oh my gosh. He did get his head cut off.
Cut his head off. Oh,
we just had a decapitation.
Oh my gosh.
His kappa was detated.
I kind of like that.
Wow. That makes it even more exciting.
There's actually another video on that article. Have you watched it?
No,
you don't see any body parts.
Do you see blood?
All
I don't
you
want
see
to.
is a large trail of blood, like a very long trail.
I don't
want to
watch that. I didn't.
Why would you?
Are you sure?
All right, let's do it.
Send it to me later. I'll watch it. No,
show me the blood.
No, I think
I don't need to show it to you. You both were like, "Oh, I'm scared."
No, we need to take a break so I can check on my children and see if they're actually going to bed or not.
I know mine aren't. I can hear them giggling in the room next door, and I'm sure it's making Mom mad.
It could be your wife.
My daughter's up in her room reading New Moon. She's reading Twilight.
Well, don't you have perfect children? Great job.
Well,
spoiler alert.
Twilight, so really
Edward is a vampire.
I'm pointing out how much easier it gets the older they get. Spoiler alert, Edward's a vampire. Spoiler alert, Jake is a werewolf.
Jake.
All right, go to your children's.
Hey there, listeners. This is Elon Musk. Yeah, I'm super rich and super brilliant, but stupid people have always fascinated me. That's why I listen to the Darwin Awards podcast on Patreon. You're not as rich as me, but it only costs $5. I really think that this podcast is the future of our planet. So if you want to make a difference in this world, you should join us. Click on the link below, pay the $5, and enjoy the archived and bonus episodes. It really will lighten your spirit and open your mind. And who knows, maybe the Darwin Awards podcast on Patreon will be my next big acquisition. I could definitely see it becoming bigger than Tesla. Thanks for listening.
You know what I'm really upset about right now?
I have something to be upset about too. Let's complain. Go ahead.
We're doing
You
this
first.
trunk or treat. You guys do that, right? Yep. And they're doing it at 5 o'clock. 5 till 6. And I'm like, it's not even dark. I want to decorate my car. It's like,
Okay, I get what your argument is here, but people want to feed their kids and put them to bed. They don't want to have a trunk or treat at 8. But also, people
5 to 6 be right when they're feeding their kids?
I'm sorry, Ben. That's stupid.
No,
It's Halloween. What are you
It's
talking
freaking
about?
Halloween. They get to stay up late.
Wait,
I mean, come on,
are you
parents.
talking about trunk or treat on Halloween or an early trunk or treat? You're not
Oh,
doing
it's early trunk or treat.
you're
It was
doing it on a
early.
random weekday.
Oh, it's not on Halloween?
No.
It's like tomorrow.
Yeah.
At 5 p.m. tomorrow? Why are you even going?
Yeah. Weekday.
It's like it's like
It's like the
October
middle
22nd.
of the day,
It's like-
and it's like, oh, okay, I gotta.
To be fair, you don't have the normal 9 to 5 job, but it might frustrate other parents. Be like, we have to be like, come home from work, and then
Yeah, let's do it at 7.
Yeah.
Do it at 7. How hard is 7? No, 7's when it's dark. 7
Damn
to 8.
it, it's
7 to
scary.
9.
It gets scary.
How
when it's
about
dark.
let's not do it
Well,
on a
screw you.
weekday? So for those of you not in Utah, trunk or treat is probably originated by Mormons.
It's a Utah. It's a Mormon thing. Yeah, it's a Mormon thing.
Where
Trunk
people
or treat.
No, I
park
think
in
it's everywhere.
in a church parking lot and decorate the
We
back.
started it though.
Yeah, we started it. We did. And then we decorate the back of our cars and then kids come around. That's kind
It's
of
safer than going door to door, which pisses me off because I'm like, come on, go get to know your neighbors.
But
You know,
also,
go door
a
to
trunk
door.
or treat tomorrow? Come on.
It's dumb.
Hmm.
You know what's even worse than that? Those ones where you go from business to business. Hey, let's commercialize this even more. Let's go
Yeah,
to the
I know.
downtown
That's
businesses.
You know what? It's a good idea, Joe. A trunk or treat, but you use one of those like white vans with a sliding door.
Ooh, that'd be a great trunk or treat.
A portable one. Climb in the van, get some
Come check it out,
candy,
kids.
climb back out. You just drive down the
Or you
street.
could be like Uncle Rico and put up a little like
this
shade.
is actually funny.
Throw
Let's
the
get
football
a who's the guy you work construction for? Let's get a Rex van.
Rex. Yeah, that's the white one.
And then type or paint free candy on the side and open the sliding door and park it in a trunk or
knock
treat.
on the door. Trick or treat me. Knock on the door.
No,
Come
no,
on my van.
Free candy. And for any kids that do, their parents are bad parents.
So did I ever tell you guys a story about the white van that drove up on me and Aaron when we were walking home from school?
No.
So like at Kroll School, I swear this happened. We were about to leave school, and the overhead announcement came on. And Aaron was like in 6th grade. I was like younger, and it said, "Be careful walking home from school today, kids. We have seen a white van patrolling the area, and they're apparently trying to lure kids into their van." That's what it said.
Wow.
And then the bell rang, and I had to walk home, to Grandma's house with Aaron, and I'm scared to death the whole walk. So me and Aaron, we're on Amherst, as we get close to Grandma's house, a white van slowly pulls up right next to us and comes to a stop. I immediately run for my life and ditch Aaron and just like run to Grandma's house. And Aaron, I remember Aaron yelling, like, "Where are you going, Joe?" And I wasn't until I was safely in front of Grandma's house that I turned around and I saw the guy get out, and he was like carrying paint cans and stuff. He's just like a guy painting. He happened to be
going to
a painter.
Dude. So I
funny.
just sent you a link earlier in spring. We had a white van. It made Utah news. Coming
I see that in
around
Saratoga
all the
Springs.
time, I guess, trying to abduct children. Or
Look, the white van is is the whole like it's the clown in the woods.
Get
thing.
a
It's
blue
just
one.
also you. Why not? Yeah, why not a black van? Like, why is it got to be a white van?
Get a robo van, or that is.
Paint it. Get more creative, you pedophiles.
These pedophiles lack imagination.
Seriously. Might as well be a clown in a van.
Get a freaking ice cream truck.
A clown in a white van. You get the perfect like trifecta of just a pedophile. All right, let's get back to this, okay? I got a story here out of Russia. A young man from the Namangan region.
Oh, that sounded really good.
Didn't sound Russian at all.
Okay, well, this young man was performing a daring stunt, a cunning stunt, if you will. And while he performed this cunning stunt, he was on the back of a car. Riding on the back of a car.
Ooh, I like stunts and cars.
Yes. Let me show you so you can see. Let me just share this with you so you can actually see a picture of him. Actually, the picture is of him on the back of the car. You see, he's sitting on the trunk of it.
Doesn't look like a stunt.
Oh, I can't see that.
Looks like he's just sitting and chilling.
Looks like one of those cars that was parked in the Syrian parking lot behind our house at all times.
I wish I visited the Assyrian Hall back in California more often because I got to go in once, and they were having
prom?
They were having fun.
They're like weddings
It's a
and
party.
stuff.
Yeah, it was cool.
Oh, is there video?
Yeah, there's a video. I want to show you the video. This is from Russian television.
Okay, I see him on the back. Oh,
Doesn't
Right.
seem to be
Zoom.
going very fast.
put shades and a cigarette in his mouth. He's like, yeah.
He's riding on the back of this. He's just sitting like literally on the trunk, like side straddling it while the car goes by, right? Okay.
What's he doing?
Dude, that's like a fake car brand. If you look at that, it's not real.
It is. In fact, let me tell you the brand of this car.
Hold on.
It's called a Ziguli.
No, hold
he
on.
was driving a Ziguli.
Okay, was the
Ghoulie.
not interviewer, the TV personality up there wearing racing gear? Did you just
I
see
don't know.
that?
I saw
I
that
think
too,
she's
yeah.
representing the police, so she's actually wearing a police thing. She's like the lady who reports bad news from the police or something.
Got it.
From her, but the car is called a Ziguli, Zhiguli.
It's a sandwich I get all the time. It's a
Ziguli sauce is delicious.
It's a secret menu item on Jimmy John's. Just ask for the Ziguli.
I thought that was Mike's.
Jersey Mike's actually been not Jimmy
Yeah,
John's.
Jersey Mike's.
Sorry.
They have Ziguli sauce that's just to die for. Yeah, this is a 20-year-old. The 21-year-old driver had his friend riding around on the trunk of this car. Okay, it was like 4 p.m. in the afternoon. The young man who was sitting in the trunk. Okay, first of all, the 21-year-old driver began to do dangerous maneuvers. It says. And the young man who was sitting on the trunk fell to the ground as a result of one of these maneuvers. The young man fell. I thought he got ran over, but it doesn't say in the article. It just says he was hospitalized, and then he died.
Well,
So, what was his video? Like, what? Was he filming
Just-
something?
You saw the video. No, he's just riding on the back.
Okay.
of
Oh,
the
he just
car.
riding to be cool?
You showed
Oh,
us
yeah.
a video of a car driving like maybe 8 miles an hour, and a guy sitting on
He
the
was
back
going
of the
by
car.
so slow. I know.
How, did he just fall, hit his head? I missed that part.
Yeah, he fell. He fell off the car when it was performing a cunning stunt.
Cunning. It
And,
was just driving by.
It's very innovative.
I'm assuming.
Where is this out of? Russia?
Yeah.
Okay, he's drunk. Right. Had to be.
Off of
That's
Ziguli,
racist.
yeah. That's a popular vodka there.
Definitely. Yeah, it has alcohol in it.
Okay, well, I wish I could see the stunt. I bet.
I know. I'm
bet,
sorry. The only video they had was him going really slow.
Yeah, it looks like it's like from a storefront camera. I bet that his friend like started doing donuts and just concussion right away.
Like you said, Joe, what's the purpose of doing something like this if you're not recording it for some all to see?
What's the purpose of even living if you're not recording everything? Like, why?
Well, like we said, you were golfing by yourself today. If you weren't recording your hole-in-one, nobody would know.
No, it
So-
wouldn't have been. Would it really be a hole in one if nobody watched it?
It wouldn't. If nobody's watching, is it a hole-in-one?
Joe, I have an important question before we get to the lightning round.
Okay.
When you golf by yourself, are you ever paired up?
No. Never, not
Okay,
once.
Not out there.
And when you are paired up, will you just say, "Go ahead, guys, go"?
Yeah, I'm not golfing with someone who I'm paired up with.
I'll tee off with you here, but go ahead and move on, or I will. Don't stick with them for 18 holes.
If I was in a group of 3 and I joined in, and a guy joined in, that's fine, right? But if it's 1-on-1 and they pair us, the 2 of us together, I had a guy just recently who rode up on me and he's like, "Hey, can I play with you?" And he's an old dude, and I was like, "Yeah," and we became friends, and it was really fun, and it was cool because he was old and cool. But typically, I'd be like, "No, go away."
No,
I got my headphones
not typically. Every time I've golfed with you in this scenario, you're always, yeah, come on, and you join, and it ruins the vibe. We have a threesome, we don't need a foursome, and you are the one that makes the friend. Stop it.
Okay, so fine. Next time, I will say nothing, and I will let you be the one that tells me to go away.
Thank you. I will.
Okay.
I have no problem with that. I will be polite now, but let's move on.
I'll just stand there and stare at them. I'll just like mean mug them the whole time.
You guys hear that? Sounds like it's time for the lightning round. This part of the podcast is where we each bring a little teaser or a little headline of a story we want to share, and the 3 of us will decide which one we would like to hear, and then we'd add it to our first 3 stories. So, Joe?
Well, hold on. I have an
I think you bring
idea.
it first.
Why don't we all just bring a Book of Mormon with us to the golf course, and then if a foursome wants to join in, we can
Preach to him?
preach to them.
Tell them we have a message we'd like to share with you.
Just wear a name tag. Leave me alone.
That's a great idea. Listen, if you want to play with us, you have to listen to our
Got it.
message. Okay.
You know what's even better, though? If you wore a name tag or something, they might pay for your golf. You don't even know.
Here in Utah, maybe.
That's like stolen valor, dude. You can't like wear a missionary
It's not
theme
the
tag.
same thing, but I like that.
All right, here's my headline. British influencer dies after illegally climbing and falling off of Spain's tallest bridge.
Okay.
I like it.
Fine. Can see what's happened there.
They're going to fall and die, but I want to know why.
Man dies in a gruesome, horrible attack from a sloth.
Wait.
What?
Yes.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not.
Ben. I don't care
Hang
what
on.
yours is.
During the break, you didn't share this with us.
I don't care what your story is, Ben. I'm voting for the sloth attack. Don't even say yours. I don't even care.
No, you got to hear Ben's. You can't
Nah, I
not
don't
hear
care.
Ben's.
Ben, don't even say it. I don't even care. Sloth attack. That's
This
why
is
he was
not-
so quiet
not
during the
a
break.
turtle attack.
He didn't want to let us
Hold
know. He
on.
didn't want to share.
I know, and I'm for the first
Maybe-
time I have nothing to say at the moment. I'm just like shocked. Like, why didn't you even share this information with me?
He didn't want to.
It's
he
not
kept putting that one close to the
brutally.
vest.
You know,
I delayed it, and then you
No,
guys were
what's
going to be
gonna
like,
happen
that's a stupid
is
story.
a guy
and then I said sloth.
tried to save a sloth and got run over by a car. That's what's gonna
That's
happen.
a good one.
All right.
Well,
No.
we got to find out.
I've got a Walmart story. A Walmart employee and baked to death. That's what happened to them.
No, that's interesting.
Baked to death.
Yep. And,
Like in a
and you
cake?
can find them tomorrow morning in a crispy chicken
Part of-
sandwich.
That's part of your cookies? Oh, crispy.
What
That's deep
temperature?
fried, though.
Exactly. What temperature?
So
are we talking
Walmart
about?
has walk-in
Ovens?
ovens, like walk-in freezers.
Oh, it's for their cremation services
Yeah.
that they offer.
Discounted by the
They
tires.
will soon.
Okay.
What are we doing here?
I'm still choosing the sloth attack.
I don't
The
know.
sloth is-
Do you, Adam? What do you want to do here? Because you.
I think sloth's funny. It's fine.
Okay, I'm
I mean,
going.
You
Sloth.
just want to know the details,
Yeah.
right?
Fine,
How do you
we gotta
die by
go.
We
sloth?
had a pre-show plan here a little bit, but Adam threw a curveball that I am diving into
freaking-
right now.
People who live by sloths are probably like, you could die by a sloth. And we're probably like,
Slowly?
How could you? No. Have you seen a sloth get angry in video?
no. I haven't.
They don't
you?
move fast. No, they
I
don't.
don't know.
Hey,
Well,
do
he-
sloths make noise? Like, what's their
Yes,
voice?
it's a scary noise that they
Is
make.
it just
too.
like?
I'm gonna research
What are
those
they-
sloth
yeah,
noise.
what are they-
While Adam does the joke, get a sloth noise for us. Because
All right,
I remember
here we go.
like 6 years back, I didn't know what a fox sounded like, and it's just a scream. Like an 8-year-old.
I know what the fox
child.
says.
Okay.
Okay, the title of this headline is Man Mauled to Death by Sloth in Corba. Now, this guy was not in a wheelchair.
Dude, this is
or anything
the
like
dumbest
that.
headline I've ever heard. How slowly was he already
Times of India.
had a heart attack?
Times of India.
Did he already have a heart attack and he was like
He was already laying on the ground
allowed time
unconscious.
for the
I
sloth
don't
to
know.
claw him to
I
death?
don't know. It says a man was mauled to death by a sloth in the Katorga forest. Officials say the man came under attack when he tried to peep into a cave where the sloth bear was hiding and suddenly clawed down by the wild animal.
Okay. A sloth bear and a sloth are not the same thing.
Hold on.
Sloth bear.
I have
Isn't
a video of a
sloth a
sloth
bear?
bear. I'll share it with you right this
Okay.
moment.
Okay.
What's a sloth bear?
When he
I'll show
says
you,
sloth
watch.
bear, that changed my mind.
Sloth
I
bear.
already know what that is.
That's a sloth.
no.
That's a sloth.
Look, that's
That's
not a
not a
sloth
we
sloth.
bear.
got tricked.
That's not a.
We got tricked.
That is.
That's a
I
sloth
knew
bear.
what a sloth bear was.
That's
and when you
That's
said,
like a monkey. That's not a.
When you said sloth bear, I knew you tricked me.
This is a sloth. Like
I know what a sloth is.
Okay, the sloth is that angry thing. That's not going to kill a single person
No.
right there.
It's not gonna maul
How
anybody.
to survive a sloth attack.
It looked the same to me. I don't know.
Dang it,
A sloth.
Adam.
That's good though. I liked it.
No,
I
I
mean,
know. I like it.
You know,
I like
I'm
it
glad
too.
you showed me what a sloth bear is because it looks freaking scary now.
yeah, they do look scary.
It runs like 100 miles an hour.
It's called this video is called The World's Deadliest Bear. They're cute,
Why would
they're
they
fluffy,
call it a
You
sloth
knew
bear?
And they're the
damn well
deadliest
what a
bear
sloth
known to
bear was,
humankind.
and you brought that here.
I didn't know what a sloth bear
No,
was.
I didn't know what that one was.
I knew
didn't
it.
know.
I knew it.
Look at how it look. Oh my gosh, it looks like a zombie
Chasing the tiger.
chasing a tiger. It's gonna kill the tiger.
Here's a regular bear.
Well, lesson learned: don't peep into dark caves looking for sloth bears because it doesn't end well.
Adam, that made me.
That was
That,
good.
brought me so much joy. It's not the
That was a good
Darwin Award,
segment.
but
I learned what a sloth
that-
bear was. That thing looks scary. Actually, it looks like a cub.
No, if you would have
With mixed
researched,
with
you
a-
knew what it was.
with the monkey.
Researched your own
Yeah.
story. You tricked us. We picked your story,
didn't
and
know.
it was funny. I applaud
It's
you.
very monkey-like. I believe that he didn't know what a sloth bear was. I didn't know what one was until I just saw it on YouTube.
I thought it was like a koala bear, like mixed. You know,
yeah,
like,
I thought a sloth was a
sloth
type of bear, maybe.
koala
Like,
bear.
yeah.
You know, like a,
Joe, you and I were like, "Whoa, what sound does a sloth make? Oh, it's terrifying.
yeah,
we don't
tell
even
me what
know.
that-
How would it even
I
kill
still
you?
want to know what sound it makes.
We were fooled.
Never told me.
We'll discuss it later. Apparently, if I play it, I have to like edit it in for everybody to listen to. They can
Alright,
research
fine.
it on their own.
Fine, look up sloth noises.
All right, well, let's do a quick recap.
Recap.
Darwin Award nominee number 1 is brought to us by Ben. I can't even remember it anymore. It was out of Brazil.
Flip flops.
It was about a
the
lady with a
flip-flop.
lot of surgeries.
It was,
Oh,
no, it was
flip-flop.
no.
Wrong
It was
episode.
a guy who
it
jumped
was a
in to
grandpa.
save his
A
grandson's
35-year-old grandpa.
Okay, sorry. I'm not going to retell the whole story, okay? Saving a flip-flop.
Mhm.
Story number 2 was Adam. It was out of Uttar Pradesh.
Correct.
That's all I remember about it.
It,
None of us remember.
Does
this.
anyone remember?
yeah, the great.
The great.
the decapitated great.
decapitation. Come on.
Why
Yeah, that's
is-
pretty good.
Decapitation.
My story was out of Russia. It was a guy riding slowly on the trunk of a car until his friend decided
We
to make
don't
some
know how
dangerous
he died
maneuvers.
whatsoever.
And then story number 4 was a sloth attack.
Sloth bear.
A sloth bear attack.
If I'm voting on
And-
funny, it's sloth bear, but I'm not voting for sloth bear.
No, it's not. That's not a Darwin Award. We have to vote on the most Darwin.
It's
Adam, spin that wheel.
flip-flop
This is who
or great.
votes first.
Is that what we're doing?
No,
these
we
days?
don't do that anymore. It's flip flop or great.
I vote.
No.
We gotta go one at a
Looks
time.
like it's me.
Tell us how much you vote.
It's me anyways if we go backwards normally. On a car. I think I'm going to go with the one that I brought out of India that I can't remember what it was about. Oh, the Grate. It was on video. He just was being stupid. I don't know. They're all just similar to me. They really are.
Okay, so Adam has no vote.
Come out with
Yeah.
it. Spit it out.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go.
I'm going dying in the river of death
decapitation.
for a flip flop. So decapitation and dying in the river of death for a flip flop.
Especially when you don't know how to swim.
I don't know if he did. Didn't say it.
Well, he's bobbing up and down in the water, screaming, "Save me!"
He was diving for the flip-flop, trying to find it.
Jeez, guys, these are bad stories.
No, they're not. They're actually when you edit this, you'll find this episode very funny.
There's no
I'm
clear
going
winner
riding
here.
on the back of the car because it's clearly a dumb thing to do. Riding on the trunk of
Why
the
do
car
you
while
do
somebody's
this?
driving is so stupid.
Why did we do
You
this?
are full of crap.
Why?
Why
It
are
is
we?
dumb.
Why do we do this?
I just said that so you'd bleep it out.
All right, we got a three-way tie. This week we will actually post the poll, which Adam didn't even post, by the way. He didn't post the poll.
I didn't know.
He posted one thing to the regular podcast. He didn't post the
I was gonna
Patreon.
I couldn't do it. I was gonna be funny and just put a poll up, but only have my story on there.
That's
One answer.
I mean,
For those of you who
seriously,
are-
Adam, I am always doing things for this podcast. I don't know why you can't step it up and just
I
post
don't
some
know.
things.
I just don't know how to do things.
for those of you who are subscribers, Darwin Awards Plus, or you pay for the Patreon. Let's give a little tease for the. You can stick around and just keep listening, and you're going to hear it. For the rest of you, this podcast is over. But let's tell you what you're missing out on. I got a story about a woman who was killed by a hamster. Do you know-
Okay,
can you
is it
guess
a
how?
hamster
Why are
bear?
you trying to one up? What do you want? One up my story here?
It's a hamster bear for sure.
Yeah, she was killed by a hamster bear.
It was actually a bear.
Okay, so I got lost in translation here, but let me tease a headline. Man dies after being hit by trailer while watching Lord of Miracles, which I thought was a TV show. Which
It
I
sounds
thought was
like a TV show.
yeah, well, it's not.
It sounds like a Spanish telenovela.
Yeah,
The Lord of Miracles.
I thought it was like Lord
okay.
of the Rings, but translated. He's like watching on his phone.
This is I got a scary story that happened last week. A man who is declared dead. They were harvesting his organs when he awoke on the operating table and started crying.
Whoa, started crying. Was he sad? Like, oh, I really miss my intestines.
They're actually about to take out his heart.
oh, you broke it.
Broke my heart.
Hey, hold on. I have a request here. I would like to end the podcast in the middle of my headline that just continues.
I'll fade out. Go ahead.
Start the
Well,
fade.
you might have just cut it, but I'll talk slowly here. Man dies after drowning and having arms eaten by